Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to InfernoKun, back with The Walking Dead, the final season, here talking about why we are only getting 4 episodes this season, because it is a little bit of a weird thing to see, it being, The Walking Dead, and its final season. It's pretty big, right? But we're only getting 4 episodes, so, for the most part, before we go ahead and start this, I want to go ahead and say, this topic was chosen by you guys in the community, man. I did a little poll on the community section of my channel that put 4 different topics, and this one won by a kind of landslide, to be honest. I was hoping to do the danger of the boarding school, but that got 9% in last place. So, hey, I do these every now and again, and, let you guys choose a topic for a video. Next video, I might go into what I want from Lily in the final season, next video. But anyways, go ahead and start this video out because we aren't even done with it. Okay, so for the most part, Telltale, man, they said final season going to have 4 episodes instead of the usual 5 episodes per season. This is a bit of a weird thing because this is The Walking Dead, it's pretty big. So why are they going with the whole 4 episode route instead of 5 episodes? Well, Telltale has been experimenting. You can kind of see it every now and again with their series like Game of Thrones that has 6 episodes, and The Walking Dead Michonne, which was a mini-series, but that had 3 episodes, and now The Walking Dead final season going to have 4 episodes. So we can kind of see that a little bit, them trying to experiment with different numbers of episodes to go ahead and see what we can actually gather from that. But I'm gonna go ahead and go into some AMA questions that I have asked that I've shown before, but go into more detail about them in its own video. So here's a question that I asked to the dev team that says, what was the decision behind only 4 episodes, and will the episodes be a bit longer due to no 5th episode? And they respond saying, when talking about the story we wanted to tell, we decided that 4 episodes was what the story called for. We think you'll be happy with the experience. So the story only calls for 4 episodes and not a 5th. Okay, so basically what I'm gathering from that is that, they have a set script, of course, of how the season's gonna play out, and they don't really want to have a 5th episode due to them wanting to do the story a specific way and not drag it out, because you can kind of make the argument that sometimes in Telltale's games, it kind of gets a bit slowed down, and, it just gets like, could have filler in it, If you play Batman The Enemy Within, I believe the 3rd episode was like it's either the 3rd or the 4th episode was like a build up to the next episode, which was, a bit of a filler episode, kind of just, thickening out the area, and then the next episode where the real action happens. Those type of moments, they wanted to kind of avoid that, I guess, no like build up, is just constantly building upon itself without actually having to slow down the game for the most part. So that's what I think was the decision behind that. Maybe they just wanted to go ahead and have a shorter game or a shorter story, but that's what I got from there. Now I remember back a while ago, I think when the new Telltale CEO took over, P. Holly, he said that they wanted to go ahead and make less episodes, but have them be more in quality, because Telltale has been, recently, over the couple years, have been doing quantity, releasing episodes after episodes, every so often, and they release a lot of episodes. So they're now moving towards just doing less episodes, but have them be more in quality. So this could be the first step into that transition, having The Walking Dead do 4 episodes instead of 5. And it's a good decision, of course. So it's not a money tactic, if they wanted to make more money, they would release 5 episodes, maybe even 6 episodes. But they're making the conscious decision to go ahead and limit the game with no 5th episode to, I guess, have it pace better and have it be more in quality, That's what I think about that. So here's the other question that I asked in a different Q&A, asking about the length of the episode, because that is also a factor that plays into this discussion. Since we have no 5th episode, will the game be shorter? And I asked, what's the target length for each episode since there's no 5th episode? And then I think the creative director, Kent, responded with, "There's no target length for the episodes," and we balance each of them feeling like they have just the right amount of content for what we can produce in the time we have. I think fans are going to be very happy with the lengths of the episodes and how full they feel. So these are some very, very bold statements coming from them, saying that we were going to be happy with the length, because this community can be very demanding in terms of its length, okay? If it's not around 2 hours, near 2 hours, it's not going to be satisfying for most people. And that's very, very understandable, because these games, we love them and we want to have a long time playing them, and a long time just, being immersed into the game. And when the episode's like around an hour or an hour and a half, that's a little bit too short for most of us. Now, what I meant by target length was because Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead Season 2, Telltale told us then and there the target length for those games were 90 minutes, okay? Now we have no target length. And why it could be good is that they're basing it upon what story is told in that episode. So that's definitely a good thing, having the episode actually, play out very, very well and actually be full of content, instead of cutting it off at a certain target length, which is very, very great. So happy to see that they don't really go back to the whole, we're hitting 90 minutes, that's our mark right there. I'm glad it's going back to, it's done when it's done, and it's done when it's full of content that we feel happy with. That's very, very great. So obviously we'll have elements that balance it out, like the exploration and hubs. We now have bigger hubs where you can go ahead and walk around, explore. That will of course add time to your playthrough. So that's definitely a really, really big aspect, walking around areas, looking at collectibles, talking about stuff, talking to people as well. Definitely going to be able to add more length to your playthrough, which is definitely good as well. That kind of is artificially inflating the game with just, based upon player interaction, but we'll see about that. Hopefully it plays out very, very well, because they said we'll be happy with it, and I hope we are. We're hoping for 2-hour episodes. That would be very, very great, because even if it's 2 hours, okay, it's gonna be shorter than A New Frontier. Well, actually not. No, probably not actually. But then Season 1 and Season 2 maybe, because those games have 5 episodes, and if each episode is 2 hours, okay, we'll still get around 8 hours of content from this game. And of course, it is $5 less, but hopefully they'll go ahead and pack it full, make it 2 hours each, or around 2 hours. I think the minimum of what I'm hoping for is an hour and 45 minutes, okay? But I'm really hoping for around 2 hours, That would be very, very, very great for this season. So, what do you guys think about all that I discussed in this video, talking about the no 5th episode? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you glad there's no 5th episode? Because sometimes Telltale kind of just drags out one episode to build up the next one, because it definitely happens quite a lot, I guess. It's usually the 4th episode where they kind of just, slow down and start to build up until the main part, which is like the last episode. So that could not be the case here. It might be more of a progressive, a straight line throughout the whole season, instead of like a straight line, then it slows down and goes back up. So that's what I think about that. That's pretty much it for me as of right now. What do you guys think about no 5th episode, and what you guys think is going to be the length of each episode? Hopefully they will be varying in length and very, very satisfying to play and see. That would definitely be an awesome treat from Telltale. So thank you guys for watching this little video talking about the no 5th episode and the lengths of the episode. If you guys have enjoyed, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on the channel. Thank you guys for watching once again. I'm InfernoKun, and I will catch you guys next time on The Walking Dead.